Good evening. This is David Lynn, and this is my live stream after the premiere of my procedure video. It is Coffee Talk number 116, 200. I'm not there yet. 116. This is 7 p.m. Saturday, December 30th, 2023. And this is my last Coffee Talk of the year. Tomorrow will be a taco talk. I do taco talks on Sunday. Hello, Idaho Garden Girl. Your box is the one I'm working on now. I have all the components. I need to put it together. Thank you for the like. I got Dave and Echo's box mailed today. And I got Bus Stop's box, which was the 1,500 subscriber giveaway winner box. I got that mailed today. And I got Little Lone Preppers box mailed today. And Idaho Garden Girl, yours is the next box that I'm putting together. And as a matter of fact, I already filmed a 6 or 7 minute intro to it, and then I'll film the stuff that I'm putting in the box. The goodie boxes that I'm doing for standard, for everybody that I'm doing now, not the custom box I did for Bus Stop, because he wanted some certain things. He didn't want other things, He didn't want anything fire related, but I put a Zippo lighter in his, and I put some stormproof matches in his, and I put a few things that were fire related, but I didn't put the stoves or I didn't put the sterno, or I didn't put that stuff in it. I did give him a primo, really good quality first aid kit with extra stuff in it. I put medications in it, extra stuff in it, really good, bleed stop, put some good stuff in it. Thank you for coming in this evening. If you have not done so, please leave me a like to support the channel. It will be most appreciated. Also, if you were over on my premiere, go back and leave a comment, because the stuff that you state during the actual premiere, it'll count as a view, but I won't see any of the, who did what. You've got to go back after the end of the premiere and leave a comment, and then I'll get it. Now, I'll get the likes, but I won't actually get who left the comments. You've got to go back after the premiere. When somebody does a premiere, you've got to go after the premiere and leave a comment in order for them to see those comments. That way they know who it is. So, I got a couple of boxes in today, stuff I've ordered. I'm going to open them up and show you. I have a few things to go over. Right now, I'm writing a list down of who's in the stream. Oh, one of the things I did in the one previously, some of you may find that you just picked up a subscriber, and if you did, it's because I was using my backup channel to make comments, and I was basically linking the channels that were in the stream. And if you were in the stream and I wasn't subscribed to you on my backup channel, I subscribed you on my backup channel. So the Bud Files, you should have picked up another subscriber, because now I'm subscribed on both of my channels. Happy New Year, Bus Stop. Hillbilly Josh, thank you for coming in. Holly Ivins. Yeah, Holly, you also picked up another subscriber because I subscribed you on my backup channel. And after I get through making Little Lone Preppers box, Holly, I'll be working on your box. Bus Stop, expect your box on Wednesday. I'll send the tracking number. I'll text you the tracking number, but I was told you should expect your box be delivered on Wednesday. Devil Dog Prepper. You made me another one of those channels that you picked up a subscriber, because I think I subscribed you on my backup channel. KP Heathen, I also think I subscribed you on my backup channel when I linked your channel during the premiere. So you may have picked up another subscriber, which would be my backup channel. Oh, don't thank me until you get it, Holly. Sometimes those boxes take a long time to go through. I sent a box to somebody in Ohio. I wasn't aware it was fairly close to where they had that big train incident. It took them 3 weeks to get their box. I thought the thing had been lost. It kept saying it was in transit. Finally, it got delivered after about 3 weeks. Now, it should have been 3 or 4 days. It took them 3 weeks. It was Mike Crusher Reviews. He was one of my subscriber winners. It took. I thought I was going to have to do another box for him. I was very unhappy about that. I found out that it was delivered by Pony Express, and he said he got to pet the horse. Papa Jeb TV, thank you for coming in. Good Lord, Papa. You have 166K subscribers. What are you doing bothering with my little channel? Well, and I am subscribed to you. But thank you for coming in. And I am putting Papa K's up. And I'm adding you on as a standard moderator. You're now a standard moderator. And Monet ARA, welcome. Monet ARA has 3.65K subscribers. I'm going to post a link to the channel. Uncle Al, Die Bullfrog 79. And I will tell you, Uncle Al, you're getting something, but I haven't got it ready yet. I'm so far behind, it's not funny. But you will be getting something from me. And I did hear that comment that mine would be in like look to it Wednesday or something other, or on the 3rd. Thank you. I'll do a if it's you want, I'll do an unboxing video of it, and you'll like what I do, what I send you. Like, I always try to, when I send Uncle Al a box or something, I'll try to send it to $2.17, and what I'll do is I'll take 8 quarters, a dime, a nickel, and 2 pennies, and then I'll use wide tape, and I'll tape them together, and I'll put them in there. I keep expecting one of these days for you to use that as an example and just put it up on the air and say, this is what $2.17 looks like, you know? And that would be a cute one. And I'll try to send you a check for your ministry. Bus Stop is supposed to get his box on Wednesday. Sam Coker, thank you for coming in. Welcome, welcome. And Margie TV, my friend from around the world. I have shouted you out on my community wall, young lady, multiple times recently. Welcome, welcome. 10 in the house. Margie's another channel. She's getting up close to 10,000 subscribers. She and my friend Jocelyn of Taiwan. They're both neck and neck going at that 10,000 right now. Excellent channels. And I think they're friends because I've seen them stream together. I've seen them do videos together, so I know they know each other. Hey, JW Speaker. Son, it has been a long time since I've seen you. I keep looking for you to put up new material. I know your channel is still up, but you haven't been posting anything new on a Coon's Age. Let me go to your channel. I'm going to share JW out. JW has some excellent food, freeze-dried food ration reviews, and he's a young man that I think very highly of. I'm going to give you standard moderator. He's what I would, or he's what would be referred to often as a ration channel. He does mainly review type meal reviews and food reviews. He also likes to show collectibles that he has from back in the day, military type can openers, various things, you know, ancestors who've served. Very nice young man, has produced some very good videos. Think very highly of him. It's good to see you on my channel. And JW, I gave you standard moderator. Why, thank you. Last time JW did a video, I was like around 400 subscribers. And to show you how long it's been, I'm now over 1,500. And he's just under 200. So if I could get the folks that are in here tonight to subscribe to JW's channel, I'm sure he would subscribe to yours. I put a link to his channel up there. Let's see if we can get him over 200 subscribers. And JW, any of those people that come in and subscribe you, subscribe them back. And I will link you on my community wall. I don't do a lot of videos. I went back to work. I'm a retired educator, put 30 years in, but this year I went back to work, and now I'm a teacher. And so I work, you know, I get up in the morning at 5:30. I'm at school a little after 7. I get out about 4:30. I get home before 5. I usually eat something, I rest a little bit, and at 7 o'clock I do my 7 to 8 o'clock live stream. Mom of 4 boys, thank you for coming in. Mom of 4 boys, another friend who live streams, and I have given you some love recently watching some of your live streams. Whenever you go into somebody's channel, first thing you do is leave them a like and leave them a supportive comment, and that way they know you were there. And if you're doing a full view, let them know you're doing a full view. And support those who support you. Grow together. Connect. I understand. A lot of my friends have been taking time off from YouTube. A lot of really good food channels. Walter Davis, my friend. How are you doing, Walter? So, if you want to see a humorous video, I just did a premiere of my colonoscopy procedure. It didn't show it either. It showed my prep. I talked about it, and I didn't show any of the photos. They give you photos of the inside of your colon, you know, and they'll show you like where they got that little, they got a little polyp, a small little polyp. Took one, and it'll show you where they got that from, way up in there, you know. It's like, oh, okay. But most of the people I talk to, they get a polyp or two out of them when they go do a colonoscopy. I didn't feel it, didn't hurt afterwards. I was just tired and sleepy. I didn't sleep much the night before because of all the prep stuff that you do and constantly going to the bathroom. You know, it's not fun. So, so let's talk a little bit about preps and prepping, because that's basically what my channel is about, is preparedness. And I do food reviews, I do freeze dried reviews, I do a few ration reviews. I've done a couple of hundred videos. I've posted a couple of hundred videos, and probably 15 or 20 of them are ration reviews. And then I've had people say, he's a ration channel. He's a ration channel. I'm a preparedness channel, and rations is part of preparedness. You know, having freeze dried foods, having MREs, all that's part of preparedness. So, as part of preparedness, I will show you something I just got that I ordered. My wife wanted me to order. This is a Gold Zero Lighthouse 600 lantern plus USB powered hub. It's got a switch to turn it on and off. This switch actually will affect the amount of power coming out of the light. It's got two bulbs in there, LEDs. It's lithium. It's got 4 lights that show how much power it has. It's got a crank. If you're not able to charge it, you can hand crank charge it. It's USB chargeable. You plug into a USB, and also it's got a USB input port. You can see, shows you how much power is in it. It's got a so you can plug in a phone or a pad and charge with it. It's neat. It's got legs. You can also hang it. It's got a lanyard. You can hang it. Nice. I paid 70-ish for it. 70-ish. I have several of them. So my wife, my daughter, myself, we each have one in emergencies. We can use them. Yes, I saw a video about that. Some people out in California, little resort area, and this big wave came in. And it just kept coming. I did not see a report that in that incident that anybody had been killed, but it washed a vehicle way inland, and it did wash 8 people way up on the shore. And there were 8 people that were injured when the waves hit them and washed them back, pushed them in. And that was the report on that one. And there was a guy taking film of it, and he was saying, "Oh, S-H-I-T," and he was running, he was like, "Whoa!" He turned around, he shoot a little bit, I guess he had his phone on, he turned around, show a little bit of it, then he start, hooking it again. It's like, woo! He's hollering. And, next is volcanic activity. Yes, California is around what's called the Pacific Ocean Ring of Fire. That's where those plates connect, and that's where you've got like 75% of the world's volcano activity is around the Pacific Basin, all up and down United States, up into Canada, Alaska, over into Russia, down that other direction, down towards Korea, China, Japan, over in there, the Philippines. That's all that Pacific Ring of Fire. And they do have some volcano activity. Lori J, thank you for coming in, Lori J. Lori J is another friend from Canada. She does some wonderful cooking videos. If you are not subscribed to Lori J, I encourage you to subscribe to Lori J. Lori right now is at 338 subscribers. She's got 61 videos. I'm going to link Lori's channel. If you're not subscribed, I encourage you to subscribe. If you subscribe to her, she will subscribe to you. Grow together. And my friend Mike Crusher Reviews. Mike, JW Speaker came on. I don't know if you remember JW. It's been a couple of years since he's posted a video, I think, but he does very good food and ration reviews. In his inventory, he's got some good stuff. If you are not subscribed to him, please subscribe. JW, if you are not subscribed to Mike Crusher Reviews, son, I would encourage you to subscribe him. He does some wonderful food reviews. He does freeze-dried reviews. He'll do foreign MRE reviews. I've done a couple of foreign reviews. I've done a chili ration review. I've done a couple of those from Chile. I've done a couple of Canadians, but he's done a lot of those European reviews, and I think you've probably done a few of those European reviews. So I encourage you to connect with each other if you're not connected. And thank you for subbing Lori J. Holly. Like to get JW back up over 200. He's like 190 some odd. If everybody in here would subscribe him, it'll put him up over where he needs to be to get to 200. Hey, enjoy the supper. Wonderful pastas. Happy New Year's, Lori. Stay warm. Yes, he does have a wonderful channel. Thank you, Devil Dog. Appreciate it. So right now, let me get a couple of boxes. Well, I'll do this one at a time. This is an unboxing. Just came in. I don't even remember what it was I ordered. I ordered so much junk. I order stuff that... This one came U.S. Post Office. The U.S. Postal guy delivered it this afternoon. Smith & Wesson. I got it at Academy for $25 a couple of years ago. Excellent knife. Oops. All right, open up the wrong one. This was my kids. I'll put this back in here for her. This is my daughter's. Yep, says Amanda. All right, I'll sure the other one's mine. Oh, this is a bigger one. Oh. Yep, this one's mine. I'm sure this is some freeze dried. I think this is a couple of number 10 cans, if I'm not mistaken. Well, good Lord. Yep, I see what looks like a number 10 can in there. Well, it's one. Let's see what this one is. Oh, Lord. Well, there's more than one thing in there. All right. First, this is a medications unit dose pack. I had bought one, I bought another one. And I put some of this in your first aid kit that I sent you, Bus Stop. SD Mountain Man, thank you for coming in, SD. Been watching some of your fired ups and cast irons. SD did a fired up. He was using his steel. And I was thinking, good Lord, I need to send this young man some matches. Because it took forever. So let me show you what's in this thing. And it's resealable. And you get 6 ibuprofens. Lord have mercy. All this stuff is... So these are all packets with 1s and 2s. Let me read off what it has. It's a bunch of... I can't even keep it all up in the air. So you've got you've got 6 ibuprofen 2-packs. You have 4 aspirin 2-packs. You have 6 acetaminophen. That's Tylenol. You get 6 2-packs of that. You get 4 anti-diarrhea tablets. You get 4 antacid 2-packs. And you get 6 antihistamine 2-packs. So that's a pretty good quantity. I paid $8.25 for it delivered. I'll put these back in here. You know, good stuff. And this is stuff that you would add to a first aid kit. Like, if you get a kit like that green one that I showed, that came with all sorts of great stuff, but it did not come with medications. So then I started adding to it. I started adding one of these packs. I added the bleed stop, a couple of the bleed stops. I added stuff to it. I added here we go. I added some of the triple antibiotic ointment. Added one of these. I added one of these to yours, Bus Stop, that you got. So that's one of the things that I just got in. $8.25. Here's another one. Oh, they put it in block the can. This is a cheese blend powder. 3 pounds, 4 ounces. Agassiz Farms. You mix up, it's 43 servings. You mix it up. 120 calories a serving. 1/4 cup dry, 1/2 cup prepared. 43 servings per container. I have multiple of these. I store them. This one, I'm going to date it 12/23. These are good for 25 years or so. Store it. It'll go into the pantry, upper tier on the pantry. Not a bad price. Not a bad price. I'll put a link to it up on my community wall. Sometimes people will make a comment about somebody being a nice dude, and I sort of look the other way and just sort of, I'm glad that individual's been nice to you. I could say a few things about my falling out with that individual over somebody else. Little Lone Prepper. Hey, I got your box mailed off. I sent you a text message. It should be in Wednesday. Look for it on Wednesday. I will text message you a tracking number. Little Lone Prepper. He and I exchanged boxes, and we had a little bit of a falling out over a comment I made about a kid cussing on somebody else's channel, cussing at an adult. And I made a comment that if that student was at my school, he'd be doing at least a week's worth of lunch detention in my office for cussing at an adult. And I mean, oh, hell broke loose, and I had 3 or 4 people, oh, you're so horrible, you're so horrible. And the kid's using an F word and calling an adult a bastard, and also, excuse my language, cussing out an adult on a video. And then everybody's defending the kid because I said that he deserved consequences for disrespecting an adult the way he was. Don't get me started on that one. So I lost several channels, and several channels lost me over it. And I hope you get to feeling better, Little Lone Prepper. Eat right, get your sleep. Yeah, well, the incident was his friend's kid. He goes by Canadian, Trucker, and it was his teenage kid that was doing it. And he took big offense by the fact that I made the comment that I did. So then, of course, he has to say he's proud of his kid, and I got shadow banned by several of them, including your friend Tracy. And you could probably go back to that video if it's still up and look at the exchange. And I apologized. I don't know why the hell I apologized, but I apologized over it. That if I offended somebody because of the comment I made. But the thing is, it's like you've got a kid, teenager, cussing out an adult, using very bad profanity, and you're defending the kid's behavior. And when I was a principal, I would have parents who a kid would do something absolutely horrible, and the parent would come in and defend the kid. They weren't ashamed of what their kid did, and they didn't go against their kid. They took their kid's side. And see, and those are the type of people that wind up in prison, because you can do that when you're a kid and semi get away with it. But when you're an adult and you do things that are illegal, or you do things that and the law is involved, your parent can't get you out of that one. So I would never encourage anyone. No, it wasn't one of Tracy's videos. It was one of the trucker's videos. He posted a video of them at a place eating pizza, and the kid was using some real bad language on another guy that's a friend of theirs by the name of Smitty. And he was using some real bad language on the guy in the video. And I left a comment about that was inappropriate, and if the kid went to my school and he cussed an adult like that, he'd wind up in lunch detention for a week. You know, I really didn't like put kids in in-school suspension. I used a lot of lunch. I'd make them eat lunch at my office, and I'd lecture them. You know, I'd talk mess to them for, for the whole week. Made them miserable. And you're taking away their lunchtime with their friends. You know, so I used to like to do that. I instead of put a kid in ISS for a day, I'd put them in lunch detention for a week, where they had to eat lunch at my office. Yeah. Well, I mean, heck, I cuss. I cuss. Everybody cusses. I think most people will cuss, but they try to. You try to avoid doing it around children. You try to avoid doing it in mixed company. You try to avoid where you put stuff up where you're cussing. You don't want to put stuff up, up on the air where you're using profanity or using bad language. Uh, but I mean, I don't want to cause any crap. I don't want to bring up any crap. I don't want to start getting dislikes, because after that happened for a period of several months, all my videos would get 4 or 5 dislikes. It was the same 4 or 5 people. They'd go onto my video just to leave me a thumbs down, and I don't want to get that stuff started again. You know, and my channel's bigger than any of their channels anyway. At the time, I had 350 subscribers, and they were bigger channels than mine. Now I'm bigger than theirs. So I mean, I don't care. I outgrew them. I don't bother them, and I don't want them to bother me. All right, let's limit the let's limit the profanity in the descriptions. Whether I agree with you or not, let's limit that stuff. Anyway, hey, you can be friends with whoever you want to be, but I just and I'll also tell you this: it's Christian to forgive. If you want to be forgiven of your sins, you have to forgive those who wrong you. So I forgive them, and I've just moved on from them. You know, but it really hurt because um, Tracy was the guy who got me started doing videos. I had been watching for a long time. I had watched his stuff for a long time. He kept encouraging me, and he was the first person to send me a box of goodies. You know, and then I sent him a box of goodies. His box was probably better than mine. You know, but anyway, um, nobody's going to take your channel down. Nobody's going to take your channel down. Let's just change the subject. Let's change the subject. So, yeah, that's the way things used to be. I would tell you, I could I could solve 90% of the world's discipline problems in school by reinstituting the corporal punishment policies that they used to have. It used to be you did not have to get parental permission to spank a kid. You didn't have to contact the parent to spank a kid. You just had to have another adult witness it. Teachers could spank their students. And discipline was a lot better. So there wasn't that much spanking going on. The idea was kids knew if they got out of line, they could get their butts beat. They also knew that if they were to let their parents know, or if the school contacted their parent, they would probably get it 3 times as bad when they went home. Now that would probably be 95% of the problems. There's always going to be a small number. You've got kids who they're the way they are a lot of times because of the way their parents are. And when the parents show up, the parents will defend the kid. I mean, even when the kid's wrong and they know the kid's wrong, they will be up there to defend the kid and the kid's actions. They don't want their kid getting consequences. So those are the ones that are, the outliers, the ones that are real problems, because just the fact that they know that they could be paddled for misbehaving, that cleans up 90% of them. They don't want that to happen. Yeah, and maybe at some point in time when they're in elementary school or maybe in junior high, they get a paddling, and that reminds them, and that don't do it, don't do it. And the parents that would give me permission to paddle their kids, those aren't the kids that I need to paddle. Very rarely would I paddle one of those kids. It was usually the ones that need a paddling. The parents didn't want you to paddle their kids. There were a few occasions when I basically told a parent, either you allow me to paddle your child, or your child's going to the discipline alternative center. And that's like where they put you over at a separate building on a separate campus for a period of time. And it's like their version, it's called DAP, Disciplinary Alternative Education Placement. And I had a few parents that would say, okay, if it'll keep my kid from going to DAP, you can paddle my kid. But usually, well, thank you for your ancestors' service, and SD, thank you for your service. Uncle Al, thank you for your service. Any of you who served in the military, thank you for your service. Always thank responders and people who serve. Yeah, corporal punishment, not capital punishment. We need more of that too. When somebody has done something so horrible that you need to put them in prison for the rest of their life, it's better just to end it. When you think about all the money you're going to spend to put put a person in prison for 30, 40, 50 years, and you got to feed them and take care of them, and the cost, guards, and just if they're gonna, if they've done something to warrant a life sentence, better just to end their life and just do it. Don't do it painfully. Just euthanize them, in my opinion, for what it's worth. So we're 43 minutes in and talking prepping and preps. So getting back onto subjects relevance, there is a place you can go called Social Blade. Everybody write this down. If you don't use Social Blade, go to it. It's free. SOCIALBLADE. Google Social Blade. And then go to the YouTube. They've got Social Blade YouTube. Go to YouTube. And then there will be a place where you can key in a channel name. You can key in your channel name. You can key in other channel names. And it will tell you how your channel's doing. It'll tell you your, how much money your channel is producing for YouTube. Those of you like me who are not monetized, how much money your channel's bringing into YouTube for ads, because they will be running ads on your channel. And it tells you how it rates your channel. I'm a C+ channel. Most of the channels that are my size or around my size are C+ channels. I've looked at Uncle Al, I've looked at Guru Dave, I've looked at a number of channels that I follow that are similar to me, and we're all C+ channels. I did find a B- channel, which is Bert's Beats. The Modern Day Breakfast Club, hashtag Modern Day Breakfast Club. If you put hashtag Modern Day Breakfast Club in your description, it will encourage people who are part of the Modern Day Breakfast Club to subscribe and to view your channel. Now you're expected to subscribe and view their channel, and it's a reciprocity. Support those who support you. But he's a B- channel, and I've got probably 250 or so more subscribers than he has right now. He's growing a lot faster than I am, so he'll pass me, before too long. But he's putting up a lot more content than I am. He's an educator. He's a teacher. He's a younger man. He's about 48 years old, and he puts out a lot of content. He puts out a lot of singles. He did the days before Christmas or days to Christmas with his dog. He did shorts every day for that. He does a lot of live streaming. His live streams are usually 2.5 hours. He does a lot of videos. He puts out a lot of content, and his channel is generating a lot more ad revenue for YouTube. And he's generating 6 or 7 times as much ad revenue for YouTube as I am. So, Social Blade, SocialBlade. Go to that and look at it. Bus stop, I will tell you, I did not enjoy. Take care, Uncle Al. I will tell you, I did not enjoy paddling kids. Very rarely, once in a while, if it was a real stinker that was constantly getting in trouble, I mean, just doing all sorts of stupid stuff and yeah, I might enjoy beating their butt. But usually it was, I really did not enjoy it. Normally, I would assign a kid three SWATs. The first one I would gauge. I would gauge the hit, depending on how it affected them. If they started bawling after the first one, I'd stop. The second one, I had my gauge down, and I'd pop them, and usually they'd start crying after that second one. And if they didn't start crying after that second one, it was time to bring the fire. And I guarantee you, I don't think anybody ever didn't cry after that third one. Now, there were kids that wanted to be paddled. I mean, I had some parents come up there who brought their own paddles, had a paddle, brought their own paddle, and they beat the SHIT out of their kid. I would never hit their kid. And they didn't just stop at 3. They'd hit them 6 or 7 times. And I could never hit them the way that they would beat that kid. And that kid would ask when they got in trouble to be paddled, and I wouldn't paddle them, because I know it wasn't. They got a lot worse from their home, and I wouldn't paddle them. I'd find a different way to. I found it was very effective for an extended period of time. Sorry, my wife calling me. I would find it was very effective to lunch detention. I would assign a student that they'd have to do their lunch at my office. I had a couple of tables in my office, round tables. I'd sit them at a table, and I'd assign them a week of lunch detention. It was very good with jocks and cheerleaders, because they really valued their social time with their friends, their lunch. Making them eat lunch in the principal's office with me talking mess to them for a week. Oh hell, that was torture. And I would talk to them about things that they need to know. I would shame them, and I would talk about things and and honor, and I'd talk to them about their life and what's to come, ahead of them. And I talk to them, and usually they, after a while they'd appreciate it. And their friends would mess with them. Oh, you gotta eat lunch with Shlyn. Oh, they'd have their friends, and their parents would mess with them. Every once in a while, I'd invite a parent to come over. Hey, why don't you come over and have lunch with your kid in my office? Oh yeah, I know how to get you. I can get them. Yeah, there is. I'm on a live stream. Sorry about that. Well, I look at it like this. If you don't get a kid under control by the time they're in middle school, when they're in high school, they're a young adult. They're physically as big as you are, bigger if you're a woman. You've got a son. You're not going to be able to handle them. Do you want to get in a fist fight with your kid? You know, if they don't respect you by that time, if they don't respect adults by that time, it's sort of beyond control, and then law enforcement will take over, and you'll get situations where you get, somebody gets arrested, they go to jail, they wind up going to prison, they get taken advantage of in prison, they ruin their life. You know, they come out walking bow-legged, scarred, tatted up, thugs, and they're just useless. Oftentimes, just useless. Now, some learn their lesson, they come out and they lead a good life. So I can't say that about everybody. But what I'm saying is that you got to get them under control when they're little. If you spank a kid when they're little, you'll never have to touch them when they get older. And you don't have to use a board. You can use your hand. The idea is make them respect you. Anybody who purposely abuses a child to abuse a child, that's one of those people I think needs to be euthanized. It's like people who are cruel to animals. They're not all there. You know, um, but I don't want to fall into that trap. This is about preparedness. This is not about um, my experiences as a principal or my philosophy on raising a child or whatever. A lot of people are choosing to homeschool their children because of the way schools are today, because of the way students behave today, young people behave. They don't want their children growing up around ill-mannered, ill-disciplined children. A few ill-disciplined children can ruin a class. You can have a class with 20 kids in it. In elementary school in Texas, you're allowed to have 22 students to a teacher. And you can have a class with 22 kids in it, and if 3 or 4 of them are serious discipline problems, they wreck it for the rest of them. The ones that are discipline problems are constantly getting in trouble, constantly disrupting class, and they wreck it for the rest of them. Truthfully. And I have to disagree with Bus Stop on that one. Now, maybe he had some bad experiences, and I'm sorry if he did. You know, but I'm a true believer in scriptures. Spare the rod, damn the child. So I think it's appropriate to teach a child respect and fear. My father, if he were alive today, I'm 61, he was 50 when I was born, he'd be 110, 111 years old. And I would still respect him, fear him, and love him. And he only spanked me twice. And when he spanked me, he used the belt. Only twice that I remember. Twice. And good Lord, I feared that man. And when he passed away, I was almost as tall as him. I was 14 years old. I was almost his height at the time. I still respected him. Better believe it. So anyway, I've been buying number 10 cans. I got a couple more coming in. I'll put a link or I'll put a picture with the price up on my community wall. I've been buying this stuff from Amazon. I like the number 10 cans from Agassiz Farms. I buy a lot of Ready Wise Agassiz Farms, and Mountain House. Those are the ones that I tend to buy. There are other brands that I really have not bought, but I tend to buy Mountain House, Ready Wise, and Agassiz Farms. Good evening, Ungrateful Peasant. How are you doing, Wayne? Unfortunately, we got off topic talking about disciplining children. At this point, 10 in the house, 16 likes. If you have not left a like, please leave a like. If you have not looked at my video I just dropped as a premiere, I did a video on my colonoscopy procedure, talking about it before and after, describing it, showing the medication I took to get ready, describing what took place personally for me, and I'm glad it's over. I've got to go back Martin Luther King Day, which will be a holiday from school. I have a follow-up appointment with the gastrointestinal specialist. I don't even recall talking to him. I remember talking to the nurse. I remember talking to the anesthesiologist. I think I saw him. He might have said hello, but I didn't see him afterwards. I woke up and the nurse and my wife were there and they were talking. Apparently, maybe he had already come through. I don't know. They'd already talked. So anyway, this is the last coffee talk for the year. Tomorrow, which is Sunday, I'll be doing a taco talk. Sundays I always do taco talk, and the topic is always prepping for SHTF. I encourage everybody, if you have not done so, make an inventory of what you have. Make a list of what you need. I'd put that list on a 3x5 index card, fold it, put it in your wallet or your purse. When you go out, look for those items. You can go to dollar stores, Dollar General, Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, Dollar whatever. You can go to Goodwill. You can go to you can go all over the place when it comes to that. Going to Walmart, looking for stuff on sale, looking for stuff on clearance. They put lots of stuff on clearance. Going to garage sales, yard sales, estate sales, looking in the newspaper for the want ads, looking at if they have a penny saver and an ad sack, shop when there's a Black Friday or when there's a holiday sale and get stuff on discount. So yeah, when kids are young, you got to take care of them. You've got to make sure that they can't get into an electrical outlet, shock themselves. You got to watch out when they're around water. You got to watch out around fire, knives, guns, various things. You got to watch out for all that. You got to watch out for them walking out into traffic, falling down stairs. you know, strange animals, dogs or whatever. Got to watch out for stuff like that. The Boy Scout motto is be prepared. I practiced that. I was a scout for a couple of years, didn't finish. My father passed away. I got messed up when it came to that. He taught me a lot. I learned a lot about camping, pitching a tent, how to make a fire. I worked on badges and patches and such, leather working and various things. You know, life is good, but it is what it is. Treat people the way you want to be treated. If you want to be forgiven, you've got to forgive. And, you know, be prepared. I will plan on being back at 7 p.m. tomorrow. I'm probably going to be dropping a video in the next couple of days. Little Lone Prepper is the one I'm working on now. I've already done a segment of her video. I'm going to show the box I'm putting together for her. After I get through with Little Lone Prepper's box, I'll be doing Holly Ivan's box. I'm still working on boxes, guys. And the 3 that I got done and out in the mail today should be coming in on Wednesday. So Bus Stop, your 1,500 subscriber box, Little Lone Prepper, your goodie box, and Guru Dave and Echo's box are on the mail. You should be getting them Wednesday. I will send you the tracking numbers. I got them right here. Price on boxes are going up. A couple of the boxes, and I'm putting almost the same stuff in them. $17.80. Bus Stop's box was $21.85. Yeah. I'm tired. Anyway, I appreciate everybody. Everybody have a nice evening. Be prepared and have a blessed day. And hopefully I'll see you back tomorrow. I appreciate y'all. Blessings.